Good morning from Malta. Today I am actually taking you on the trip with me. I have my sister visiting me for a week, so we're doing a little bit of sightseeing, so I feel like I'm on a little bit of a vacation with her, and we are going for 2 days to Gozo. We originally wanted to rent a quad bike between us to explore all of the Gozo together for 2 days, but the prices were a little bit scary, I would say. So we've decided to wing it, kind of, and do it completely by public transport. If you are planning to visit Gozo by public transport without using any of the tours, or you don't really fancy going on one of those party boats, I think going to Gozo for 2 days is the best option because it is a beautiful island and there's so much to see. I will also later tell you about different ways of seeing Gozo, which is better than just taking one of those boat trips or party boat trips. So I will tell you a little bit more about this later in this video. But for now, we are leaving. It is 9 o'clock. We were planning to leave at 8 o'clock, but you know how it is. It's a holiday, so you never do anything on time. So we are leaving now. We have a little stopover because we have a presidential elections today in Poland, and we are going to fulfill our duties. We're going to vote for our future president, and then we're taking. So how are we going to get there? We are taking speedboat from Valletta to Gozo, and then we're going to take the local bus and we're going to go to our accommodation. We're going to go to our hotel and we will take you with us because we're obviously going to see Gozo. I've seen Gozo before. It's the first time my sister's visiting Gozo, so we're going to see some of the great places, and we're obviously going to go to the beach. We're going to show you how we're going to move around the island by public transport, but we've had a very work heavy day yesterday, so we are not planning to go crazy today. We're just going to chill, maybe see a couple of places and just chill on the beach as well. So if you're looking for a video when we're going to see 15 places in 2 days, that might not be for you. But if you're looking for a nice, chilled, relaxed time in Gozo, you want to go there for 2 days, you want to know where to stay and how to move around the island by public transport, this video is for you. So we are leaving now. We're going to take a bus to Valletta and I will see you a little bit later. We are now heading towards the ferry. This is the speed ferry that goes from Valletta to Gozo. This is kind of a new thing because when I used to live in Malta, there was no such a thing. When I was going to Gozo, I had to take a bus to Cirkewa, to the other side of the island, and take a proper ferry from there. This is like a passenger and vehicle ferry as well. This one here, as far as I'm concerned, is only a passenger ferry, but it's a speedboat ferry and it's much easier to get to Gozo from Valletta, from St. Julian's, from Slima. So it's going to be my first journey with this ferry. However, if you want to drive or you want to take a bicycle or bike or quad bike or whatever else and you want to go to ferry, you will have to travel up north to Cirkewa and take the proper ferry from there. I don't know how long that journey is going to take. We will let you know later. We will let you know how long it took and how much was the ticket. It is only around 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes walk from the bus station in Valletta. So you take the bus to Valletta, you go to the very end, and then you need to turn right, walk through the bus station. The best is just follow the Google Maps, and in around 10 to 15 minutes, you should be at the Valletta port. So we're gonna go and get our tickets now, and I will see you on the other side. Hotel accommodation in the town of Marsalforn. I originally wanted to do it in Victoria because it's really nice to travel from Victoria. You've got buses going almost anywhere, if not anywhere, on Gozo. But I found really nice accommodation there with a beautiful view, and this area is also very rich in sights, in very nice things to see. So we will be very close to places like salt pans. The Marsalforn town itself is very nice as well. The bus that we took from the ferry to Marsalforn is a really good bus as well. It was a bus number 322. This one stops at the Ramla Bay. So if you wanted to visit one of the apparently most beautiful beaches in Malta as a whole, this is a really good route as well. And it stops not very far from the Jantia temples as well. So this is a very good bus route. So if you wanted to rent accommodation in this area, it's actually really nice connection between the ferry station, between the main port, and also a few other sites. So we are now walking to our accommodation. It is really hot today. It's a very hot day, so we are walking to our accommodation. We should be there in around 10 minutes. And then we are planning to go to the beach to just chill. And in the evening, we're gonna go back to the town and have some nice dinner there. Okay? So let's go. So me and my sister, we arrived in the town called Marsalforn. It's very hard for me to say that name. I actually booked this accommodation here because I fell in love with the views from the hotel. I originally wanted to book something in Victoria because Victoria is the capital city of Gozo, and it is actually really good base for seeing Gozo, especially if you're staying for a night or two or more than that, because there are many many buses from Victoria going towards many, if not all, places in Malta. But we really wanted to have a chilled time as well, so I thought this would be a really great option as well for a few reasons. First of all, the town itself is really nice, but also it's really close to some of the very important sites. We are just in front of the salt pans, very famous salt pans in Gozo. I'm going to show you those in just a second. And if you continue walking for around 1 hour, you're going to pass by some really great places as well. I'm not going to do that now because we've got the chair booked here behind me. You can see the town and the beach because we only have a sunbed booked for another 1 hour, and I left my sister there because she just didn't really want to walk with me anymore. So I need to be back in 1 hour. But if you, for example, stayed here, you've got salt pans just behind me, and they go for some time. So there's quite a lot of those. And the view, in my opinion, is amazing. So if you stayed here, for example, you could keep walking and you would find a few very beautiful little bays. And then if you continue walking for around 1 hour, you will find what I would call a substitute for a Azure window. Azure window was a symbol of Malta for ages. This is actually where the Game of Thrones was filmed as well. Unfortunately, in 2017, it collapsed, but it was not the only one. So if you keep walking this way for around 1 hour, you will get to that additional beautiful window. I'm probably not going to be able to make it today. I'm gutted, but we've had a busy day and the whole journey took a little bit longer than we thought it would. So I'm probably not going to be able to get there, but if I find it, I'll try to find some of my old pictures because I've been there before a couple of times. So maybe I'll be able to find some of my old pictures, and I will put all the names of the little bays and of that stone window as well, because I'll be totally honest with you, some of those names are really hard for me to pronounce and I really don't want to mispronounce it. While I'm showing you this area, I will put all the information on the screen. So if you come here and you have a little bit more time, you can just take a lovely walk. It's a very beautiful, easy walk, and just explore this area. I highly recommend it. So come and explore this area with me. Let's go. I absolutely love this part of Gozo. I don't know why. It has just some really mysterious feel about it. And I am actually tiny bit gutted that I don't have enough time to literally maybe walk for another half an hour and show you those stunning cliffs. Those cliffs over there right behind me are just so worth a walk. But what I wanted to say here is that you have actually few ways of seeing Gozo, quite a few ways, without the tour. without those really commercial and very tourist orientated and super speedy tours. I really don't recommend any of those. But what you can do, you can, for example, come here and join the quad bike or jeep tour. Those are really great because some of them even last for a whole day, and those guides will take you around the island. They will show you all the most important places, and they're locals, so they will tell you all the stories and they will give you all the tips that you need. So you've got the quad bike one, which is great. I really enjoy those. I would definitely recommend one of those, and you can spend a whole day here and just enjoy the island and see what Gozo really has to offer, because it is a very special island and has a very special place in my heart. I must say, I could actually imagine myself living on this island. So I'm gonna go back and get my sister. She's lying on the beach now, just chilling. We're gonna go to our accommodation, get changed, and we're probably going to have a dinner either somewhere here by the beach, or we're gonna go back to the town and have some dinner in the town. So yeah, I will show you some food later on. See you there. Good morning from Gozo. So it's the second day of our trip in Gozo. We've checked out quite early from our hotel. We had to check out around 9:30, but that is fine because we have an appointment at 10:55, if I remember well, and we're hungry. We want to go for breakfast and coffee as well. So what we've decided to do today, because as I mentioned earlier, we really wanted to rent a quad bike. I actually really wanted to rent a quad bike because this is how I've seen Gozo once already. I spent 2 days here once and I rented a quad bike and I just drove around the whole island and it was amazing. But first of all, they turned up to be quite expensive for 2 days and we didn't really want to spend that much money. And second, I've just realized that my driver's license just expired, so I cannot drive. So we could not do it. And we found the alternative. We're going to do something super touristy, something that is not really me, but I'm actually quite looking forward to it. We're going to take a hop-on, hop-off bus. There is one in Malta, but there is also one here in Gozo, which I think is a really great idea if you're coming here for 1 day as well, because the bus goes around the island, stops at some of the most important sites, some of the picturesque beaches as well, so you have lots of places to visit, and the bus goes around in circles. So if there is something that you want to visit, if there's something that you want to stop, you get off the bus, you see it, and then you get on the next bus. The whole idea of the hop-on, hop-off bus. And I have a very good tip for you, money-saving tip for you as well, because we've seen it priced very differently. In some places I've seen it for 25 euros, in some places for 30, I've even seen it for 35 euros. Because it was like a last minute decision, we kind of decided that yesterday. We just popped into the shop just here at the ferry station at the passenger terminal, and the lady that was talking to us, she also gave us a little bit of a discount, so we got it for 20 euros each. We're just going to spend a day riding around Gozo, stopping at places that pique our interest, and we will have some time in each of the place before we can catch the next bus. And I think 20 euros per person for a whole day of riding a bus and doing sightseeing is a really decent price. So I do recommend getting it here because you can. Don't worry that there's not going to be enough space. There's plenty of them. So just don't pre-book it. Just come to Gozo and get a good price. The price without the discount, if I remember well, was 22 or 23 euros. We are also slightly outside of season still, although it looks like it's just started, but maybe that's why we got a better price as well. But the buses looked full, so I don't think it's because they don't have enough people. The lady was just really nice. So this is what we're gonna do now. We're walking to the town now. We're gonna have a coffee, we're gonna have something to eat for breakfast, maybe pack some pastries, some pasticci or something for the journey, and I'm going to take you with us on this bus ride around Gozo. So let's go. So we are on the ferry now, on the way to Cirkeła. because we've decided to do it slightly differently on the way back. I mean, I've decided, I made an executive decision because I really didn't enjoy queuing and waiting for that fast ferry to Valletta. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this ferry. This is the large passenger and vehicle ferry, and it takes only around 25 minutes to get to Chirkewa, and from there we can grab the bus. And luckily we have a bus that goes directly to where I live, sort of. It is around a 1 hour journey, but it's a very picturesque journey as well, and it's a direct one, and we don't mind. And this journey just kind of sounded nicer. We are on a really nice open deck, and it's just so much nicer than queuing for half an hour in the heat waiting for the other one. So quickly before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to let you know what my thoughts are on that hop on and hop off bus. The experience is really fun, it's really great, and the bus stops at all the most important places. I will put the stops somewhere on the screen as well for you to see where the bus is stopping, but probably all the places that you've ever wanted to see on your first trip to Gozo, you'll be able to see from the bus. However, I definitely recommend planning this journey really well, because the bus starts quite late and finishes quite early for this journey to be long enough for you to be able to see everything, meaning stop everywhere for at least 45 minutes. What I mean by that, there is quite a lot of stops, and the bus starts running from 10:30 in the morning and finishes at 6:30 at the harbour. So, and there's quite a lot of stops. There's a couple of stops where the bus would stop just for 10 minutes for you to see the site, like it was at the Tapinu Basilica. But on majority of the occasions, you have to get off the bus, I mean, if you want to, and you will have 45 minutes until the next bus, or you can make it 1 hour and a half and catch the following bus. But if you decide to do that, you won't be able to make all the stops. So what I would suggest, if you wanted to take the hop on hop off bus, choose probably 3 places that are the most important for you, 3 places, 3 sites that you really want to see, and focus on that. So for example, what we did, we got on it in Marsalforn. Then we had a short stop at the Tapinu Basilica. Then we got off in Schlendi because I really wanted to show Schlendi to my sister, and it's a really nice place to stop for a coffee, for some ice cream. But really, the 45 minutes is not enough time to grab a lunch or really explore the place. If you really wanted to explore the place, you would have to catch the next one. So we only had a very quick coffee, and we got on the bus again, and we went all the way to Ramla Bay, where we ended the day, because we were just tired from all the walking for the last couple of days. We had a couple of active days back at home as well. So we just ended the day at Ramla, and we actually came back with the local bus, because the last bus from Ramla Bay to the harbour was just after 4 o'clock, and we've arrived there at 3 o'clock. We really didn't want to rush and stay on the beach for half an hour, so we decided to sacrifice this last journey, and we just stayed there until 5:15, and we caught the local bus at 5:30, and we arrived in the Jar Harbour this way. So really plan this journey carefully. If you decide to go on the hop on hop off, I would definitely say start as early as possible. So if the first one is at 10:30, take the 10:30. And especially for Victoria, definitely, if you want to spare only 45 minutes for Victoria, just don't do it. You can see a lot of places from the top of the bus as well, especially in Victoria. So if you only have 45 minutes, it's just not worth it, because it's a town. There's a lot of amazing places to see. There is a citadel. Spare at least 1 hour and a half for Victoria. So if you wanted to see Victoria, probably going by a local bus and just relying maybe on your own mean of transport would be the best idea. I asked my sister for, like, you know, her thoughts on the Gozo trip. The town we stayed in, Marsalforn, was definitely the highlight. It's a small, beautiful little town which has everything that you might need for your short stay. There is a beach, there's places to see, there's places to walk, there's really nice town. We had amazing, really lovely dinner with very nice service. It was actually my third time in this town. There is something about it, it really tickles my hippie soul a little bit, so I definitely recommend it. I hope all this information was useful for you. If you have any questions, as always, just ask them in the comment section below. I will definitely answer all of them if you think I didn't cover some means of transport or anything like that. And yeah, definitely come and see Gozo, and don't do it on one of those short trips when you have only 2 hours to see the island. It's definitely worth much more time. If you come for one day, come early in the morning, and you can come back with this ferry that we are on. It goes until late hours in the evening, so I definitely suggest spending at least one full day. But truly, you could spend a few days here and you wouldn't run out of things to do and places to see. So this is it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, as always, I will see you in the next one. Ciao.